Welcome back. And today, Julie and I going to co-host and to do this podcast. How are you, Julie?
I'm fine, thank you, Sue. How are you this morning?
Very good. So today we're going to talk about our weekly off-market turnkey property listing here in Buffalo Niagara Falls. Is a representation of the Midwest market. When an investor buy a property in Midwest market, their expectation, as long as they surround themselves with a great turnkey provider,
Right.
team, the property management, and anything else, they can buy this kind of turnkey off-market properties, very high cash flow, track record of a turnkey provider. Buffalo Turnkey, they've been around for 30 years in the local market. So we trust their team, and they have done so well for numerous of our investors over the past few years, including yourself, Julie.
Absolutely.
Julie, you are a member of our investment network organization. Personally, you and your husband, Mark, 3 years ago, you have purchased a total of 6 cash flow, highly appreciable rental properties here in Buffalo Niagara Falls, right?
That is correct. Yes. And it was really beyond our wildest dreams. We had no idea that we could even, with the limited assets that we had, we would be able to afford to do anything, 1 or 2 properties, let alone 6. And one of them being a duplex. So it's been really worth our effort and time to do the research and meet with you and get all the information.
Yeah, great, Julie. Although you guys can retire if you want to, but you're not ready to retire yet. These 6 rental property you purchased around 3 years ago have,
Yes.
have appreciated double digit year over
Yes.
year,
Mhm.
and the rent income has increased quite nicely over the
Yes, it
past
has.
years.
Mhm.
And your maintenance and upkeep, although at times was challenging, but
Mhm.
overall it's really
Just
not
minor.
yeah,
Mhm.
pretty
We've
minor.
had some typical repairs of owning any property, be it your home or a rental, just minor things, smoke detectors, minor plumbing problems 3 times real fast. But yeah, other than that, we haven't had any. And I will say this: when the work was done, the Buffalo Turnkey, they really are actually their property management team, which is ABC. They really worked with us to make sure that they're doing the work well. They're informing us every step of the way if they're having to work on something slightly more than a plumbing problem. And yeah, and they've just been great as far as being a point of contact to managing all 6 of our properties.
Yep, sounds great. To the extent whereby on a monthly basis, as I hear you, that your total time you and Mark spend so-called manage your 6 property rental portfolio 2,000 miles away because you live in Southern California and you upstate New York is like
Real
2,500
like
miles away.
at least.
Like 1 hour per month in
Yes,
yeah.
one
That's
hour per month. Yes, yeah. Just like when the rent receipts come in, I sit down with a cup of coffee, and before the coffee is done, I can do all the work that I need within that hour.
that's right. It's about power of buying turnkey, the power using this business model, and the power of delegation and
Yeah.
outsourcing. These are
Hmm.
2 key words: outsource and delegate. Uh,
Absolutely.
so, so,
Absolutely.
so tell me, what is your definition of delegate and outsource with relative to
Hmm.
this investment business model? Tell me from your own.
Right. It's really the outsourcing and delegating to, in this case, we use ABC Property Management of upstate New York, again, affiliated with the Buffalo Turnkey. We were able to do everything because I remember when we were going through the process and I was asking you, should I pay the taxes or do they pay the taxes or whatever? And he says, and you said, find out, ask them. And again, just that one thing of paying your insurance once a year, they handle that. So I don't have to worry about it and I don't miss a deadline or just paying the school taxes or whatever. I don't worry about that. I don't have a bunch of pieces of paper coming and I don't know which one goes to which property because we got 3 in Niagara Falls and 1 in Tonawanda. And I don't even worry about any of that stuff. They will handle everything. And again, what that does is it frees my time up to do what I want to do. And I'm not spending hours and hours a week or even a month trying to figure out if I paid the right property tax on the right property or whatever. Yeah.
Well said.
Hmm.
Okay. Without further ado, let's continue. So today's highlight, this week's listing of market listings. These kind of properties are not in a multiple listing service.
Right.
If you guys out there, after you finish this podcast, if you're interested in looking into any of these properties, you contact me directly and I will give you the contact information toward the end of this presentation. So stay tuned. So this listing is a turnkey, is all rehab, is rented. It's a single family home ready to
Nice.
go. It's selling for, which is it all this number we can share with you. We're gonna shock the heck out of you. And
Yes. Yes.
$70,500 purchase price. Although normally you require, most people think at least 20% down payment on a loan and all that, but I'm taking the liberty of, because this is a single family home, the anime lending guideline is such that you can put as low as 15% down payment, 1.5.
That's awesome. That's really awesome.
But on a small caveat is that you have to pay a PMI, private mortgage
Sure.
insurance. But having said that, some people think, well, PMI, oh, this is a red flag. Oh, PMI, I talked to my lender. Look, I've been doing this for decades. Okay. I'm an investor. I consult and help hundreds of investors over the years, over the past several decades. So I think I know what I'm talking about, right? So in consultation with my investment loan agent, he said, based on this low purchase price, if you pay a PMI, private mortgage insurance, the monthly cost is only $20 to $30. Something like, it's so irrelevant. So, so I'm pushing the envelope, if you will. So you want to preserve your capital. You want to preserve your payments so you can buy more of this kind of property. You can hold multiple times and could scale your portfolio fairly quickly. It depends, but minimum 50% down payment. So 50% multiplied by the purchase price equals a down payment of a little bit less than 11 grand.
That's amazing.
This is too good to be true, but it is true. Then you pay for the loan origin fees, closing costs. There's no rehab cost because these properties are already done rehab. And so closing cost is $3 grand. So total out of pocket is $15,000.
Wow.
You get a 7% mortgage, even in a 5% mortgage. If we ever get to that point, the difference between 7% and 5% mortgage in terms of your monthly mortgage is minimal. Like $50 per month. Okay. Don't give me the excuse, oh, the mortgage rate is too high. You are a freaking investor. You're not a primary homeowner.
Right.
Primary homeowner, if you're buying $500,000 property, the difference between 7%, 30-year fixed rate mortgage and 5% is quite substantial.
Sure.
But you're not a primary home buyer. You are a real estate investor. You buy based on yield, based on return. And we can talk about that momentarily, right?
Absolutely.
What other asset class all you need is leveraging your 50% down payment to the tune of less than 15 grand buy income producing high property like this. Okay. And at the end of the day, when you collect the rent for $850, then you have a vacancy rate of 3%, appreciation rate of 3%, and a maintenance percentage of 5%, which is very, Julie, I'm not like other fake real estate gurus, over exaggerate, overhype everything on paper or otherwise, right? You know my legitimacy, my honesty.
Absolutely, 100%.
Am I
Those are very real numbers. I want to stress that with your audience. These are very realistic numbers. Mark and I have done this, like I said, 6 times with 6 different properties. And they're all right around in that 70 or so price point. Even some we got for less, a couple more that we got a little bit more, but it's realistic. And I don't want people to think this is a one only. It's not. It's very realistic, and it's very typical of the properties that Buffalo Turnkey offers.
Yeah, Julie, thank you for your endorsement. By the way, I did not pay Julie. Say this. I did not put a gun on her head.
This is real. These are real life numbers, and they're not from yesteryear, even though, like I said, it's been 3 years since we bought the properties. But these, again, the prices are very in line because they constantly have new properties coming out too. And I think that's what people don't understand. They constantly have new properties that they're marketing. And so it's a gold mine back there, to be honest with you. And you had mentioned before that Buffalo Niagara Falls area is one of the top areas for 2024 in places to purchase.
According to Zillow, 2024, Buffalo Niagara Falls is among the top 10 in housing market growth, right?
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. Mhm.
again, do your research and trust but
Do your research.
yeah. Anyway,
Mhm.
not only, Julie, you're not the only investor that we have experiencing this kind of above the expectation performance, but
Right.
over the years, I have a number of investors that did the same thing what you did in this market, right?
Mhm. Mhm. I'm sure.
Look, and
Yeah, anybody that's smart should be at least looking into the market. Really? That's so exciting. I'm sorry.
I don't want to just paint a glorified picture of the performance. Just like any other investment, you will come across vacancies, you will come
Oh,
across
absolutely.
maintenance issues, and you may get stressed out and get challenged at some point in time during your real estate journey. That's the risk of owning rental properties.
Absolutely.
Things can go wrong, but giving the cost benefit analysis, sure you'll agree that the benefit exceed the all the underlying challenge.
Oh, absolutely. And I think again, too, I think the world we live in, people tend to be so short sighted. Like if it doesn't work in the first 6 months, it's not a good product. It's not a good investment. But these are long term strategies. Most people go into buying their own personal residential home. They know they're going to be paying on that home for the next 30 years. So if you take that same mindset and transfer it over, definitely won't take you 30 years before you see the benefits of buying an investment property. But it's got to be more than 6 months too. Like don't get in and 6 months it doesn't work. And you're like, oh, this isn't working. I'm out. And then lose you a bunch of money and lose your profit and all that.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Julie. Furthermore, Julie, this kind of property, although a first-time newbie investor or a very inexperienced and very fearful, something like this, as long as they get the coaching, the mentoring,
Right.
guidance, and they qualify, they have a good job. If they make at least $60,000 a year, that's
Mhm.
about it. You have the down payment, 15, 20, 25% down payment. You have some cash reserve, all those things. If you have a credit score of at least 700 FICO score, those are ideal situation. And then not only be a newbies, you could be a very experienced investor. The other investors that I have, they're very experienced. They have already purchased a number of other properties from other markets.
Mhm.
They have no problem entering this Buffalo
Right.
market and buy multiple properties using 20 to 25% down, buying all cash. They buy
Right.
almost at one time, and they're using their self-directed IRA, just like you guys have purchased
Mhm.
investors from all over the country or coming into this turnkey provider
Mhm.
to
Right.
manage of their off-market listings.
And something else too you might want to mention, and in fact, I remember speaking with Caleb, it's not just American investors that are buying these properties. When foreign other countries come in and they start buying, there's value there. Because the Asian markets and those Middle Eastern, Dubai and places like that, when they start coming in and buying those properties, they don't buy to lose money. They buy to make the profit, that there's value there.
To your point, Julie, they have consistent buyers, repeat
Mhm.
buyers from Israel, from the Middle East,
Right.
from Australia, from South America, from Canada. Canada is
Yeah.
only like a few miles across the border from that.
Right. That's right. That's right.
And these foreign investors, they buy based on yield, based on positive return, based on
Right.
flow. And they buy, most of them, they don't care about financing because they're so wealthy.
Right.
They buy
Yes.
3, 4, 5 of these houses just like that, scoop them up, all cash,
Absolutely.
10,000 miles away, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And they're repeat buyers. They
Yes.
owns everything else from this Buffalo Turnkey. The off-market listings, the Buffalo Turnkey provide on a weekly basis. They have about 50 properties that they
Mhm.
have already to go and everything else. They get
Right.
hooked up
Yep.
by all kinds of foreign buyers, all kind of buyers from California, like you and I,
Mhm.
and from other high-cost market. They converge in
Right.
this little neck of the world, which nobody ever heard of, really, right?
Exactly.
The mainstream media, they don't know all the real estate gurus, they don't know about this unique under the radar market.
It really is. It's very unique and under the radar. Yeah. The only thing I knew about Niagara Falls was the falls. Yeah. Like I said, I've never been there, so I haven't even had that experience. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's been a great market for us to be invested in. And, we're definitely seeing the benefits over the last 3 years. And Looking forward to getting those. And the loans are small. You can see by the pro forma that you put up there, the loans are relatively small. So we don't expect to pay on these for 30 years. We can get them done in 10. The rest is gravy.
Yeah, we have lender they do these small loans, which lenders do not do small loans.
That's true. Good point.
And these properties are appraised correctly. The lender appraised the property.
Yes.
This list price, off market list price, are real. They are. Yeah, investors go through investors like you and I, when they buy this property through a Buffalo Turnkey, they go through appraisal, they go through an inspection report, the whole 9 yards. And then everything seems good. You close that.
Absolutely.
You cash flow from day one because most of these properties are already rented.
Absolutely.
Julie, about a minute, we'll conclude this presentation, but let's go over the numbers, okay? Now, when I say go over the numbers, a lot of you are mathematically challenged. I get it. Sixth grade math, okay?
I was going to say it's very basic math. Yeah, most people can figure it out when they know what to look for.
So with that in mind, Julie, let's go over the numerical benchmark, which is going to blow your mind. So many of you agree that coming up 15 grand, coming up with 15 grand is really not that hard. Don't you agree?
No, it's not. Most people can cut back on their Starbucks purchases and probably save that in a year.
Of course. Yeah, so many ways you can cut back. Just look, you have to live below your means. You have to save money. You have to be a good money steward to your finances and all that. But at the end of the day, it's not that hard to come up with 15 grand cash payment to buy this income producing, highly appreciable asset of $70,000 single family home.
Correct.
Today, you look at the rent 850, which is 1.2 rent to value ratio. We're not going to go over the calculation, but let's go over the return at the first year return. Now, we talk about only the first year return. Imagine if you own this next 5 to 10 years, your return is going to be 10x.
Absolutely. 100%.
Talk about the end of the first year. So with that in mind, let's go over that. Your monthly net cash flow at 15% down payment is already $215.
That's great.
On an annual basis, annual net cash flow is $2,583, okay? And the software calculates the principal reduction. Each time the tenant pay down your loans on a systematic basis, there are some kind of economic benefit. I don't know how to calculate this, but this property tracker software give you an annual economic benefit of $609. That we'll take it if we can. Okay. And then we are only calculate 3% appreciation at the end of the first year. 3% multiplied by the purchase price, $78,500 equals $2,115. Paper appreciation, okay? Just on paper.
Correct.
You're not selling. When you're selling, then you get the gains, but you're not selling those. You add on the annual net cash flow, add the principal reduction, add the first year appreciation, equals gross equity income of $5,370. Look, I can easily put down $1,000 to $2,000 under tax savings.
Correct.
Because you get depreciation, right off, cost segregation, rules of professional tax status, whatever. So again, everybody's tax situation is different. So
exactly.
So I told that I'm not gonna incorporate tax savings. I could easily put $500 to $1,000 more. Not going to. I'll keep it at a conservative figure, $5,307, right? Total at the end of the first year money made divided by total down payment, $1,575 equals total return on investment at the end of the first year of 36%.
Wow.
Am I resting? Do I rest my case?
No, absolutely.
I rest my case in the court of law.
Exactly. Those are some incredible numbers. You're not going to make that really with any other type of investment. And you always own the property. It's like you have this lifetime of income coming in as long as you own the property. That will go down. That will never go down. That will go up. That will never go down. Yeah.
Long term, at least, right?
And long term, absolutely.
Yeah. 5 to 10 years on a historical basis, real estate, you will make money. Okay.
Absolutely. No doubt. That's why everybody wants to own real estate.
Exactly. Because that's a powerful tool to achieve wealth in history. And look, if you have a long-term perspective, you can scale your portfolio. How easy is to come up with another 15, 20 grand in the next 6 months or a year?
Exactly.
You rinse and repeat. Rinse
Right.
and
Mhm.
repeat. What does that mean, rinse and repeat?
Just do it again. Once you're done with the laundry, you do it again, right? So you just
Yeah.
keep doing it.
You scale your portfolio. If you, I know you should diversify, buying different markets. Yeah, over time. I get it. But some people, a number of our investors continue to buy consistently year over year these type of properties. So in the next 5 to 10 years, they can scale to like 15, 20 doors, combination of
Right.
1 to 4 units.
Correct. Right.
The more doors, the more units you accumulate over time using the rinse and repeat,
Mhm.
being that this market is so inexpensive. The return,
Right.
the cash flow is so high. Appreciation may not be as high as other market that we have, like a new construction market in Texas and Florida.
Right. Correct.
Those properties have a higher appreciation potential, this and that. You and I talk about it. There's nothing wrong with the creative portfolio like you have. You're in
Mhm.
6 rental properties from a single family home and multi-unit
Right.
in this
Right.
market, right?
Right.
And
Mhm.
you have done it. Wow. Other investors have scaled the portfolio using different
Absolutely.
methodology. So
Mhm. No, it's great. And a lot of my friends want to know, how did you get so many so quickly? And it's just like you said, it's the rinse and repeat. Once you do the first one, it really is just a question of following the exact same process, going through the process of the escrow and finding the property and the inspection and all that. But it's like once you've done it once, you can keep doing it. And each time you do it, you get a little more skilled at it, more questions to ask, and what's going to happen with this and that and the third. But yeah, it's so doable. And again, we had no experience in investing in real estate. So I just want to let your audience know that. We weren't experienced investors. We didn't have owned any property when we met you. So we were able to do it. And I think anybody in your audience can do it too,
Julia,
experienced or not.
exactly, Julia, how are you able to do it is because you attended one of my Zoom class, local college in Southern California, and then after that, you contact me and my
Right.
right here, and then
Mhm.
I set up a plan for you. You pay for my coaching fee and services,
Mhm.
and you follow my guidance, and now you have a nice 6 property portfolio that you can achieve your retirement anytime,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm. And then again, I want to stress to your clients, the fee that we paid you is nominal compared to the benefit that we got. The fee that we paid you, we recouped in the first purchase. Just because we didn't have to get on a plane. We didn't have to go to get a hotel. We didn't have to find a realtor, mortgage broker, inspector, and we didn't have to find all that stuff on our own. And like I said, once we got the first property, that well covered your fee. So beyond that, everything was gravy for me.
That's good. That's good. Your journey will continue. Not all gravy. You're gonna have some vacancies. You're gonna have
Oh,
some,
sure, absolutely.
but
Hmm.
stay the course. You don't care about the short-term volatility, about all those economic news, negative news out there. It doesn't matter because you collect your cash flow. You will invest for long term.
Absolutely.
That's philosophy. With that said, thank you so much, Julie. And
Thank you.
you guys out there, if you receive any value whatsoever from this podcast, please like and subscribe my YouTube channel. And also, better yet, put your email into our inbox, my website below. So you can become a
Mhm.
listen insider. You can become a free member of our network.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
being a free member, every morning in your email inbox, you receive some free real estate investment information and economic news, housing market updates coming to your inbox. So you become a more of an informed investors. And ultimately,
Right.
you may be able to pull the trigger and buy properties with our network. And not only from this particular market,
Right.
the other markets that we also represent in other part of the country. So,
Absolutely. Definitely.
yep.
And you've got some great markets too, by the way. I know we're focused on that Buffalo Niagara Falls area, but you've got some other fabulous markets in there too. Thank you for that.
Have a nice day.